hip-hop writer is a creator, composing understanding words of cultured brilliance, powering a rebalance of the elements equally. Pages of rejuvenated reaffirmation, simply the almighty leadership of insightful craft work that stands to build through any confrontation born to be. Yet his daily duty is as a journalist that questions properly, uses his ears for the good to filter the real. And as the art decays by dilution, he concentrates the best again and again, exposing it in the print. Today's journalist and tomorrow's historian, he listens to share. Here is that necessary attempt executed again and again and again. Peace. This is Sunez, your host of DJ Toshi's Classic Storm Radio. We're here on another episode of DJ Toshi's Classic Storm Radio. You know, we have a lot of excitement in the air. DJ Toshi's Born Day is coming up. We have something that's very special planned for that. You know, before we even begin with that, let's give some shout outs. Let's give some shout outs to all the affiliates that put us on the air and share all these vibes that we get about to give you. RadioHipHop.com. Again, man, peace to Big John Stud and BM Radio. That's so check out RadioHipHop.com, BMRadio.de, man, and any of the other people that share, post, listen to our show. My name is Sunez Allah, Skillustrator Low, the Power Right. I am the author of Art on Art and Science on Music Reviews at PremiereHipHop.com. You go to PremiereHipHop.com, we have some things going on. We have a new site about to be launched, so that's why you're not seeing too many writings. They're all being loaded, they're all being dammed up, about to flood the entire universe. But there's a lot of hip-hop that we've been covering, there's a lot of hip-hop that we're about to cover, you know, and being that it's DJ Toshi's Born Day coming up, we already have Classic Storm Radio deep into the 200s as far as episode numbers. At the Rock the House in Delancey downtown this Monday from 8 p.m. all the way to 2 a.m. That's 168 Delancey. We're gonna have an incredible birthday bash for DJ Toshi. A lot of special guests, a lot of MCs I can't even name now. They're really incredible. And I'll give you a hint. A lot of these MCs I've been able to interview and really build with, so you'll be excited to see them. And we definitely have slated the DJ sets from Large Professor, one of the greatest producers of all time, and one of the greatest DJs. If you come check it out, you'll see why. DJ Mix and the incredible DJ Ready C. So we got a lot of topics today. You know, today is just it's just me talking shit. So I'm about to build. Free is on the visual watch. Toshi is on the audio watch. And me, I'll be in that third eye. Peace. Peace, peace. This is Skillustrator Low. Peace to my low life family. Power Right, the Power Right. Sunez Allah, peace to the nation of gods and earths. Peace to DJ Toshi. Man, you played so many good songs. I had heard about some of the songs that you were gonna play on the internet, surfing, and I deliberately didn't click on these links, try to find the songs like that Ray, Prodigy, and AZ song. I just was like, you know what? I know Toshi's gonna have this shit. I know he's gonna have this shit. So I just waited, and that Sean P verse was amazing. You know what I mean? Amazing. You know, as a side note, since we're talking about random things, random illness, I'm gonna throw you some more stuff. But I gotta say this, when people ask me, I think that the true star of this decade that I call the invisible renaissance, because so much greatness is happening without people noticing it. Like, think about it for a minute, listeners. You're listening to episode, what is it, 200 and 20? Yeah, 222 or about, right? It'll be confirmed once you're listening to it, seeing it posted. But all this has happened in this decade. 200 plus episodes of this illness. You know what I mean? We all gotta thank DJ Toshi for being born. Because this is the invisible renaissance. You didn't know it, and all of a sudden, there's 200 episodes in. This is why I call it the invisible renaissance, and it's after those fucking dark ages of the 2000s, right? Where the beats got, hardcore beats got more tinier, they got more louder, they got more trebly, they got, you know, no more filtered drums, no more thickness, you know, sampling can't be done, it gets a little bit more sloppy, because now you get composers that don't really compose, making beats, and it just gets whack. We're not even talking about the lyrical quality. But somewhere, and this is something I wrote, somewhere in the smallest arenas, the deepest of dives, and the most remote of stages are where the greats are found. They find themselves and reacquaint themselves with the people here. The people that love the music, the young who want to create with the music, and the ones that find, forum, and funnel all the stories of the creators of the music. The great ones love being part of this cycle of creating creators, and no show is too small, no performance unimportant, and all audiences demand their intimacy. Then one day you turn through songs like the highlights on your life's pages, verses that were a manifest you voted for, the grooves of rhythmic character that crafted your stride. They said it, you see it, they lived it, you're in it. There is a cinema of drum film, and soon you will direct yours. The score of Lyric Fellows is already embedded in you. And in that quest for stardom, I think the star of this invisible renaissance is Sean Price. Remember the perfection to God, Sean Price. I really think that everything that he did, from his beard, which caught on like wildfire everywhere in the world, everything that he did made him a star. His uncanny presence as an MC, he always tried to write more dynamically, more free with his words, but it allowed him to master the realms of people enjoying him, but also us laughing at what he was saying, but also us thinking about the depth of what he was saying. And if you don't catch it, instead of me explaining it, listen to it again and again and again, because it's incredible, you know? And man, on that note though, until I come back for this outro of this incredible show that we're doing today, and read you a little bit more. Maybe I'll hit you with some alliteration, Raekwon style. Raekwon did the M, I got a little W, right? And we'll hit you with that before we close out. Back to Toshi. DJ Toshi! That alliteration blew out the speaker. Yo, that last track was from Raekwon's The Wild album. That's an album that looks bad on paper, but plays much better when you listen to it. It's got the guest appearances. You're like, ah, shit, Lil Wayne, you know, G-Eazy. They don't do well on the album, but the album is much better than it reads on the liner notes, and that's a rarity, man. That's a rarity, man. You know, but you know, I was thinking like, there's so many issues about hip hop today. I laugh when there are journalists, people complain about journalists that don't know shit about hip hop, but they were given those forums. You know what I mean? We wanted to be like that. So when you see a white journalist selling out the music and they have a forum to have all these rappers pathetically talk, that's because there's a brother that was trying to get that spot and do the same devilish shit. And you know, you let one in and he didn't make it, and the other one got in. But I think the best way for me right now, Toshi, and we could go right back to the music after this, I think the best way for me to describe what it means to me as being a journalist is the filtering the real, and how I introduce myself in every show, and how I share that this is an element of hip-hop. Being a hip-hop writer, a journalist, a historian, is that creative element, the ability to write art on art, to take art and write art on it, to find the science in the music so people appreciate it more. So I wanted to read you something I haven't published yet. It's aging nicely in my files, but because we haven't been able to launch the new PremiereHipHop.com yet, I've saved it. but I think it'll have some lasting power, and it's certainly a lot of it is relevant today, and willingly we enjoy it. This is one of the latest from the latest Filtered Reel column, penned by yours truly, Sunez Allah, skill illustrator low, the power right. Bourgeoisie colorism, usage of the French action word Beyonce, appropriated grits, the remainder of that faithful bowl Al Green once fought, citing the bluesy case study, Industry Rule 4081, or Adele of War in The Trifle, A Spell of the White Disciple. Lessons in the shade of grammar flowing through the radiated now, where boat lifts of niggas drown in lemonade, and the two light-skinned knights electrocute 25 million Grammy currents of assimilation, the sucker's slow cremation. So what's wrong with your miss? Yells we old and dirty that call a hit a miss in the Filtered Reel. No love for chunks of softened friendliness that corrode and ooze through the pipes of the boom tunnels. The bougie dilute the shades to their convenience, and now the passive regressive consumer thinks they can see the pores of the sun? The isms upon the colors put the most original into craters lost in the frivolous nights. And if they ask, where power right live now? They say it's where bills are rare and skills are the fair. In my own mind, walking through the niches of nigga hell, I be seeing horns of fitted triumph. And let me tell you, them 5950s are sanctuary helmets for money masturbation. Hookah trails be the fumes of success that suffocate talents. And the auto-tuned torture glides and grumbles in slop, skip, trip, break, blah, trap, trips. Plato or plomo, the ballad of the bullet. I'm fucked either way. See, this Filtered Reel is a funnel measured in Planck scale. That is, they tinier than the atoms. I can barely find the real. The things that matter tend to stay wavy, cause a nigga think wrong. Observe these observations now that the observer skill is straight. Peace.